Man, y'all got to check this out, man. This is a female preacher who has a BBL. Now, think about this. You go to church, you trying to focus as a man, and you see this preacher with this BBL, with this tight fitting dress on, walking back and forth, booty hard as a rock. I wonder how some of the women with their husbands are going to feel in this church. Do y'all think that that's okay for your preacher to have a BBL? To me, that would almost be like you have no faith. You're not happy with what God gave you, so you went and got a BBL. I think this is partly part of the reason why a lot of people just don't go to church no more because it's a lot of foolishness that goes on in church. I admit as one of these people who I haven't been to church in a long time and really don't plan on going. That it's been this way for a while. When I was coming up, it was a lot of the fake pastors, the people who would preach a certain way and conduct themselves a certain way in church, and you would see them in public, and it's like a totally different individual. You know, you got gossipers in church, you got people sleeping with each other in church. Just all the rules being broken. And don't get me wrong, I understand that people are human, but it's certain things that just kind of turn you off when you go to church, like when a pastor is sleeping with somebody's wife, things like that. It just makes you feel as if, do I really trust what's going on here? Like, am I being lied to? Am I being led astray? Because I don't get it. I don't see how anybody could deal with a preacher having a BBL in church. And I know back then they had a hard time with women even being pastors in the church. So now you got a pastor with a BBL. I don't know how that was is gonna work. We're living in some strange times. And it's for one, too many people accept too many things. That's the way that's the reason why our society is the way it is. Because we got individuals who just accept any and everything. Then you got other people who, oh, she in the back of their mind, these guys with these clouded brains, oh, she fine. Yeah, yeah, man, she be a good preacher. Just dismissing the fact of maybe her past and what she represents as somebody sitting up there with a BBL. This shit is insane.
A church minister, and I have a BBL. I would describe my look, I would say I'm like Black Barbie, the baddest.
Really? The baddest. That's what you want your preacher to be talking about? I'm the Black Barbie. I'm the baddest. I can remember a time growing up in church where people would say, man, don't go in there playing with the Lord like that. That to me, that's like playing with the Lord. It's more so about yourself. It's not about what's in the book. It's not about your Lord and Savior. It's not about that. It's more so about you. You talking about the Black Barbie, the baddest. You got on all this makeup and now I see what a lot of the men were talking about back then. It's a reason that women shouldn't be in the pulpit. It's a reason that women shouldn't be in positions of leadership. I'm sorry if that offends you, but it's stuff like this because this would take so many people down a dark path and lead them to places of hell. It's not even funny. Look at the picture that she's posting with this bathing suit up her ass. That's this whole feminism stuff. Well, I'm still a lady. I'm still classy. No, you're not. You look like a hoe. People need to stop accepting this stuff. People need to stop letting things be mainstream. I think more men have to start speaking out when it comes to shit like this. Because when it comes to men, we've letting some of this get out of control now. We've letting women get out of pocket. They've been out of pocket for a while. A lot of them need to be put back in pocket. They need to be checked. And it's particularly black men and our women. Our women, we got an issue. They out of bounds. Do y'all notice how some of these other societies where the man is still ahead, men are typically in charge and running things, and they set the guidelines and parameters of how things are supposed to go when it pertains to family life, maybe their cities, towns, countries. You see how they have less issues with the women? The women are more conservative. The women don't act like a lot of these Western black women. Then you have other cultures where this culture, our black culture, actually is infiltrating some of their culture and they don't like it. Why do you think some of these people get mad when their kids get married to black people? It's because they don't want this pervasive culture to come in and start changing things. You can disagree or agree with me. I don't care. I'm just telling you the truth. It's parts of our culture that should just be done away with. This I'm a black Barbie, BBL, breast implant, I'm a boss babe. That shit need to be put to bed. And she represents that.
I became a church minister when I was 28. I didn't decide to become a church minister. God called me to become a church minister. I haven't always been religious.
People be lying about that. I can remember back then it would be preachers that said that they had a calling. And my grandpa was a preacher, and they would tell you he doesn't have a calling. So and so doesn't have a calling. They see dollar signs, they see popularity, and they think, oh, that's a calling. No, this is something that you just want to do. That's not a calling. Usually, the people who are called to do things, they don't really want to do that. You notice that? The people who are usually called to do things, whatever it is, they really don't want to do it. But something is just pushing them in that direction that they have no choice but to go in that direction. You notice the people who preach real good sermons and have real stories to tell, those are the people who didn't want to be a preacher. But they are like the best. They good at it. They can hold your attention. They know the Bible inside and out. They can just spout things off to you. And they'll tell you, nah, I was a pimp, I was in the streets, I was a drug addict, I was a womanizer. This right here, this ain't it. That's not a calling. That's just something that you just want to go into. You remember that whole phase where athletes would get done playing a sport and all of a sudden they pop up and they trying to be a preacher? People like Dion, you like, and it just seems so fake. It's like you don't have a calling, bro. You just see that as fame, another set of fame after the fame. You don't have a calling.
It kind of just started to align to my purpose and who I was at that time. A church minister.
You're crazy. She's crazy. This is a bad look for whatever church she's preaching at. I wouldn't even go there. You're not finna get nothing out of it. Low key trying to sell sex in the church, trying to attract men to the church. It's really to attract men and quite possibly get them to spend a lot at their church because, man, she fine. And everybody thinking they going to slide in. She going to hypnotize them. I'm telling you. and dudes gonna fall for it. They're gonna be up in there breaking her off because they think they're gonna have a shot with her, trying to be the biggest spender in there. So maybe it'll, oh man, maybe she'll see that I done dropped the most money in the plate. Maybe she'll holler at me. Like, niggas be on shit, like niggas be goofy. But yeah. Let me know what y'all think about this video. If you hadn't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. And if you hadn't liked the video for me, make sure that you like it. And I really would appreciate that. And I'll catch y'all next time. Peace.